Three, two, one.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Potterthon 9. And now we are having a really awesome game of my childhood, Harry Potter, Lego Harry Potter, from 1 year to year 4. And today we are having a fairly co-op run from Capitan Paxo and Origin of Chaos. So again, giving you all the words.
Right.
Introduce yourself.
Yep. So, hello everyone. Yeah, I'm Captain Paxo. Joining me is Origin of Chaos,
Hello, hello.
and we're doing 1 through 4 Crest Rush today. So, we can go basically straight into it. What you'll notice here is these are the screens for all the levels. We're on a New Game Plus file at the moment, and what we have is we have these crest icons in the bottom right corner, which are the collectibles in each level. The idea is you're meant to come back into each level and collect all of them, so that's exactly what we're going to do from this New Game Plus file. We have none of them collected at the moment. We need to collect 4 crest pieces in each level, so that adds up to 24 levels. Quick maths, 96 crest pieces we have to pick up total.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think we can explain the rest on the go, so let's get started. Time will start when we confirm characters here. Okay, Origin, you're going to be Harry for this one then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
So we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, so first level is relatively simple to start with. We've got to get a crest in this first room here. The difference is obviously this time round doing it. Normally when we play this game we tend to play it solo, but one player will control both characters. Co-op, on the other hand, this is one of the most intense kind of 1P2C runs, so it's one of the most intense for moving both controllers at the same time when you're doing this as a single player run. When you're doing this with 2 people, it's an awful lot better because you could do kind of a bit more adventurous routing, as well as just kind of a bit more relaxed at the same time as well, really.
Yep. But still, it's quite a fast category. We'll be flying through all the levels.
Yeah, it's definitely a fast-paced category. So you see, Origin here is jumping on this sweeper thing. That's in order to get a crest, but in order to actually make the position where the crest is available, I need to get rid of this kind of ice cream cart and cauldron here. So I need to put these 3 items in here, which will blow up the cauldron itself. And then you're going to see...
leave some liquid on the floor,
yeah.
and I sweep it up, and then I get the crest here.
Yeah, one thing to note here is every time we get a crest, we have to wait for it to click into place before we can actually move into the next room. If you do that too quickly, then you actually don't collect the crest, which we've fallen victim to a good few times now. But hopefully we won't do that again, because of course we'll have to go back into the level pretty much.
About dogs percent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fang has the fastest movement speed of any character, so a lot of the time if we have to run for distances, we'll just switch to Fang, because it's faster.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Fang
so,
is... Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, continue.
I was just going to say Fang is absolutely goated in this category. He's great.
Oh, yes.
So small questions we saw earlier for the Gryffindor chest, crest. You used Lumos to boost up. Can you tell anything about this trick?
Okay,
yeah. Yeah. While Paxo is doing his stuff there, collecting all the crest, I'll explain it.
Yep.
So if you go onto Lumos, then switch off and jump fast. After it, you can double jump and you can skip quite a bit of the game with it, because normally, yeah, you won't be able to double jump.
Nice. What about this trick with the Kirkshank also?
Yeah, Paxo can...
Right, okay, that is a bit more technical than Lumos jumping, but the basic kind of idea with it is when you when you target a character with Wingardium Leviosa, as they're trying to drop a pet, the game gets confused as to where to actually place that pet. So places it at the 0, 0 coordinates of the map. And yeah, that's used quite a lot in the levels where 0, 0 is in somewhere which is advantageous to us, which is not everywhere, but it has a fair few uses throughout this run. Yeah, that was one of them there, to be able to get a character further forward, kind of in the first room. This level, we have more tech to explain. I'm going to be doing what's known as a Fang jump, and this is one of the reasons why Fang is incredibly broken. Because if you jump up against the wall, switch to Fang, and release your directional input, Fang will just clip into the wall slightly, and you can basically just jump up any wall you want. So...
Oh wow, it actually is so broken.
Yeah, it's incredibly broken. It's
something we will do a lot as well, is dropping out with one player and then dropping.
Work? No, it does. Okay. Then I'll put you. I think we are back live actually now.
okay, good. Looks like
Okay.
we're back. Yeah, sorry about that.
Some connection issues.
Yeah, a few
So we played level 3 already, Cursed Broom.
Jinx
Yeah.
broom. Yeah.
The
Oopsie.
one where Quirrell jinxes Harry's broom and he almost falls off.
Yes. Thankfully, we got past most of the technical parts of that level anyway. It was just a bit of boring cleanup we had left to do, really. So you're going to see now another... Oh yeah, I'll do these. Another Fang jump here from Origin. This one's a bit more difficult because the crest he's going to get, he actually can't see when he's trying to get it. But there we go, gets it first try. And yeah, that's just an extent of how broken the Fang jumping is in a level like this, because you can go completely out of bounds, and then kind of clip back in bounds where you want, and just carry on with the rest of the level, really.
Hang is overpowered.
He really is. He's such a good boy.
And here as well. Oh. we will Fang jump over the wall and then hit the trigger on the other side of the door without actually having to do the level.
Yep.
Woo, Fang is doing a good part. Fang is a
So
good
while
round.
Paxo does the rest of the Crest here, I will just go with Fang to the end of the room.
Oh no, Filch is telling off a Death Eater for being out late. I feel like there's other problems there, but that's the kind of one Filch could point out anyway.
Why can't you just Avada Kedavra, Filch? Sedge.
That would be homicide.
Right. Into 1-5. So again, this is a
level
level.
has a lot of crests that has. You need a lot of collectibles to get the crest. Like this one, it's 1 out of 10. The yellow flowers. Those are 1 out of 3. Here's another one.
Yeah, I think the third room of this level in particular, the last room, is some of the routing we're really proud of with this category. Because, yeah, we just came up with this kind of new route of doing it, and it seems to be working well at the moment. That might have just jinxed it, but we don't know yet. What you see?
Game, no chinks.
Yeah. But what you're seeing is I can also do in some places is if you switch characters really quickly, you can refresh the cooldown on shooting things. So I did it in the room previously where you need to shoot some vines to be able to get through. But basically what that allows you to do is just get through a bit quicker. We'll also be using that in certain places as well, because by doing the same thing you can also preserve a bit of height when you're falling, and that could be really useful for crossing large gaps in certain places.
So, I have a small question, or kinda like, so we know Pax is a good,
My bad.
not worry about it. Pax is a really good Lego Harry Potter speedrunner, but if I remember correctly, Origin, are you also a really good one?
I wouldn't say really good, but I am a Lego Harry Potter runner, yes. I'm not on the levels of Paxo, but I have run a lot of these categories. I know a lot about the game as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, we are, as always, Lego Harry Potter is being shown by really good professionals, kinda.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, don't mind me, I don't really know HP, Lego HP, oh my lord.
There's no problem.
No worries, no worries. But yeah,
this room is quite a weird one. There's 10 keys that we need to shoot for the quest. All these flying silver keys. So Paxo will alter the camera a bit while flying up, so that I can shoot him as well. And then he will shoot the last.
I might have slightly forgot to shoot the key, so I'm just going to do that now. You need to also get this key down to be able to actually open the door to end the room. It is kind of important, but I did slightly forget about it. But there we go. This next room is, in all honesty, a little bit lazy from the developers. There's 2 crests and 2 character tokens in here. 1 crest is locked behind a Reducto chest, which is the one I'm doing now. And then there's a dark magic piece. This is the first time we actually use dark magic for an individual piece, at least in the run. And yeah, that's a spell that only, surprisingly, dark or like quote-unquote evil characters have in this game.
Yeah, that's why we're playing with Death Eater a lot.
Yeah, so Death Eaters are like token dark magic character in this. There's also some other abilities which we need to have that you don't normally have when you're playing the levels. For example, the ability to have super strength. We have Fang or Hagrid or even Victor Crumb in his shark form for that. A couple of other things, like being able to use these kind of pet digging spots that you can see just behind Origin right now.
Yeah, Fag is good for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
can
think
also
he's al-
use Crookshanks for that.
Yeah, Crookshank. I think Fag is really strong character also.
Yes.
Jenny blocked me from actually freeing this carrot.
Oh,
no.
brilliant.
Nice.
She blocked the carrot from getting out. That was weird.
I missed that one.
Genie, why?
So we needed to denome the garden and then get all the carrots with the pumpkin wagon.
Yep, you have to run over those carrots with the pumpkin. The game likes to throw in every now and then just kind of a novelty crest almost, where you have to do something a bit out the ordinary rather than just like breaking an item or using magic on this certain thing. You can actually, you have to do something a bit more involved. One of the annoying things I found when playing this casually is the game tends to go from having all the pointers for what you need to do for some crests to absolutely no pointers. So I cannot tell you how long it took me to realize I had to run over those carrots in order to be able to get the crest in that first room.
Really? Why did they do that?
Absolutely
That's
no
actually
idea.
annoying. Developers, why? Firstly, we asked Harry Potter 7.2 developers about why. Now we are asking the Lego Harry Potter developers why.
Oh, every time I play Lego games, I'm asking why.
There's at least one why question every time.
Yeah, they're very broken games. Here, normally you need to get like a key from the painting to get out of here. Paxo is going to do what's called a pet recall. So he recalls the pet through the transition, through the door, and that triggers it.
Yeah, basically if your line of sight is through the transition, then you can recall a pet and go through it. That's used a lot kind of across different sections of this game, but that one is relatively recent actually. That one hasn't been found as recently, but it's definitely a nice strat in there, so you don't actually have to worry about doing the level normally. So this level coming up, there's a few things going on to start with. First of all, yeah, thank you, Origin. But yeah, first of all, Origin is going to be getting Crest, which are raising the flags on this first platform. And I, meanwhile, am going to go and annoy Dobby a bit. I'm doing this by doing a trick known as full stalling, which is when you're swapping characters in the air, you can swap really quickly, and then you'll be able to not lose height as quickly. And yeah, we need to complete this section normally, even though we have a way of getting through the final gate. It's quicker to do it this way, to be able to get to the crest we need. I think I might have missed one of those. Two of those, in fact. So you might need to go back.
Yep.
Oh, that's alright. You can fang jump from the side there.
Oh.
If you want to give it a try. And you can, like... yeah. So this is a problem. I just forgot to get one of the sandcastle things that we need earlier in the level, so Origin's had to do a little bit of improvised tech to be able to backtrack, and then we can complete the section.
You know, kind of backups.
Yeah.
That's alright. Backups are good.
We know a lot about this game already, and how to break it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with the movement techs in this game, there's a lot of kind of really quick backups you can do as long as you don't leave the room. So if we miss something, it tends to be not the end of the world. You need to go and get the first one, I think. Because I forgot to lower it down as well.
Poor Dobby being bullied.
Yeah.
And
can we still reach it?
Yeah, we need to build this.
Okay. Yeah,
don't know why,
we're forgetting some stuff, but
it's fine.
We've got a generous estimate.
Yeah, look at the AI, it died just 3 times or so.
Oh yeah, that happens because we kind of almost sequence broke a bit, in the sense we're going way too far forward to where the AI would really expect us. But It's fine. The AI doesn't tend to complain too much most of the time. Okay. I'll just go through the door normally. That's an easier way of doing it. You can do a fang jump there to get to the next room.
It's faster,
but
but I do the safe backup for if the fang jump fails.
yeah. That's again one of the advantages of doing this co-op. If you do that solo, you don't have the luxury of being able to go for that backup.
That's why you do co-op, kids. Do the co-op.
Yeah.
Find yourself some friends and do Lego HP speedruns.
Hey, it works. It definitely works.
It just works.
So, in the story, now we're at impersonating Crab and Goyle. So, we are getting the ingredients for the polyjuice potion here.
Yeah, so I'll be getting the majority of the ingredients for the polyjuice potion. At the same time, Origin will be getting the majority of the stuff towards the crest, basically, because he's going to build this plunger here. And then he's got to use that plunger once again to clean up all the mess that's on the floor.
I'm just clean up through today.
Yeah.
Clean it shit. Yeah, well, every time something like funny happens, I always remember some 70 TV emotes.
And there we go. So Origin's now going to set up for a pet recall in this room while I'm going to put some fish in the water. As you do. But these...
So the door is through here in front of Crookshanks, and I will just recall Crookshanks through it.
Yeah, and hopefully if all's gone well, I've put Harry in a position that he can automatically grab the crest. Like that. Sometimes you have to wait a bit, but you can just put him in position there. This room, we've got to get the 6 lamps that are kind of around the room. Thankfully, we don't need to finish the level, because that makes it really annoying, 1P2C, if you have to finish the level as well. Or co-op routing even, if you have to finish the level. But we can just get the crest there. And there we go. I have just realised, we haven't put any extras on yet.
Yeah, but
so...
that's okay.
Yeah.
We've been going so far.
That's fair.
Okay, so, Paxo, can you tell us about the Crest Rush category overall? Like a little bit fun facts and stuff.
Ooh, fun facts. Now you've put me on the spot. I mean, this category is just fun at the moment. The current world record, using the loadless time for co-op, is held by myself and Origin.
Oops.
Thanks. It is a 51 minute and 42 seconds. That's with removing loads. The solo world record is 55 something. I should know that because I have it, but it's somewhere around there.
I see you're also, again, cleaning some stuff.
Yep.
Yes, yes. This section as well, it's worth mentioning. Every time we get a silver piece from Myrtle in this phase and the next phase, it is all completely RNG. We've just got to try and stand in the right position and hope we get as many non-silver pieces as possible. It's looking really bad so far because in this phase, it's 40% chance or something of getting a silver, and we got 4 of them. This phase, it's a lot higher chance, but we seem to be not doing great at the moment. I jinxed it, and I hadn't even finished the sentence. Oh no.
So yeah, continuing about fun fact about this category.
Fun facts about this category. Well, I mean, this category's great because unlike your kind of free play categories, you don't actually have to finish the levels. So it's kind of all the perks and benefits of a free play category, but with none of the kind of annoying boss fights that in a couple of levels are thrown at the end that there's no skip for. So it makes the run kind of a lot more enjoyable from kind of our point of view.
Yeah, so far, even I'm looking at it, it feels so fun. But question, I think the first I got...
I'm going back.
First questions I...
oh, sorry,
yeah.
one. Yeah. Whoops.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about me. The first question I got whenever I I looked at the category was that it sounds like Crest Rush. It sounds like you're not. The first thing I would think about something like All Crest instead. So is it like separate categories?
Yes, so all crests is a main board category in this game, where you have to get, obviously, all the crests. But you do that from a fresh file. This is from a New Game Plus file, basically.
Oh,
so
that's the difference.
yeah,
We forgot another one. Wow.
not going well in terms of memory today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it makes it a lot quicker. I think all crests, the world record without cutscenes is 2 hours and 29 minutes loadless,
Oof.
whereas this is 50 or 51. So it's a massive difference. But yeah, this category is just kind of a lot better to show off in a marathon setting, because all crests you have to do basically an entire any percent on top of it as well.
Yeah, it's basically a meme category that is good for marathons.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I know many meme categories that are literally so good for marathons.
Yeah.
Oof. So I feel like that's already a small rule that if there's a category that is really good to show off, 90% chance it's gonna be a meme one.
For this crest, you need to ride a frog through these illuminated gates, and then here the path comes up, and you get a crest.
Yeah.
These are timed, so if you're also looking at the other character and playing with that, it's really difficult to do these frogs correctly. But now
Yeah.
in co-op, it's really easy.
And I've got to get the last 2 mushroom things to be able to spawn the crest here. I'm going to do the left one first, because you can get the left one from over here, which means if you go over to the area where the mushroom is, you actually start a camera pan, which loses like 10 seconds or something ridiculous. But
A really long one, yeah.
yeah, it's a lengthy camera pan. But if you get that one before you get the other one, then it's a lot better. You might have also seen there, I did a out of bounds jump to be able to get under kind of a spot that you're supposed to have Fang use his digging ability to be able to get. And that saves a good amount of time. Ouch.
Ouch.
I tried to get the spider down and accidentally killed Harry.
I was a bit behind in the last room, so Origin's having a go at me, I think, for that time loss.
Ooh,
And then-
we actually see Avada Kedavra.
Yes, we have actually seen it. Using it to rescue the student in peril as well, which is hidden in this level. So we've freed a student, done our bit for Hogwarts. And then this crest is pretty annoying to get.
Yes.
You-
So in this auto-scroller, literally auto-scroller, you have to get 5 of those houses. There are 2 on the left and 2 on the right. So the core is faster. I'm just here for ambience.
Yeah, so what you're going to see Origin do here is actually try and hold up Aragog a bit from chasing us. And the reason we do that is because this last crest is the most annoying crest in the game. Because it's just over this jump, which is coming up like very soon. A little bit too early, just
Here,
there.
yeah.
But you see your car, just like the moment it lands, it bounces another like mile or so, it feels, further forwards.
And if then Aragog is right behind you, you get stuck because he blocks you
Aragog.
for getting back.
Yeah. Right, this room, before we start it, we have to say there is an audio warning here, so if you don't want to like deal with audio, mute it now and put it back on at the first, once we leave this room. That actually wasn't too bad from audio, I think.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes
yeah,
it's way worse. That's called an Accio clip. So if you hit another character with Accio in this game, most of the time the game crashes, like some weird coding bug. But sometimes you can walk through walls and doors.
Yeah, so what
So-
Accio does, if you hit a playing character with Accio, what it can do is effectively move you kind of to another layer of the game, or despawn like all the actors for you specifically, which means you can walk through kind of any object that's actually got the Lego texture on it. While I remember, we are going to turn extras on, because it does save a lot of time here. So we're turning on these extras, stuff like fast magic, fast dig, all that kind of stuff. Because it just makes things faster. We'll also need it for a couple of, or maybe a trick or two later in the run, I can't remember. But,
And now we also have the pointers, because clearly our memory was failing us. in
yes,
this run.
yes. We now also have pointers to where every single crest is, which is very, very useful. Especially when you're just learning this category, it's incredibly useful. But you see, I can full stall over to the other side, and we've collected both crests for this area, so I can fang jump up. And we're now in the only real, like, end-level boss fight that we have to play most of. But we're going to skip it in little bits.
It's the basilisk.
Yeah. We could do an
Fighting
animation skip
basilisk.
there. Sorry. But yeah, the basilisk usually has this really long animation that we have to deal with. But actually, if you jump in the water on the far left one and the far right one, you can actually like shoot the basilisk with the other player, and you can skip the animation that the basilisk does once it hits the rocks. This one's quite precise, so I've opted not to go for it. I think I've only hit it once or something, so it's a little bit annoying as those skips go. Did we miss spawning one? I think we did.
Oh wait, I just noticed.
First
What
one, probably?
is it? Freaking Lockhart NPC just chilling with you?
Oh yeah, Lockhart NPC's just kind of vibing up here.
There we go.
We let him
What?
do his thing.
How does this happen?
Because
did-
Lockhart is a playable character in this level, at least in the first part of this level, in story. So that's why they also put him in free play.
Yeah,
And
so
he
we
follows you
Oh.
all the way to this one.
yes.
So that's why in free play you have 3 characters.
Yes.
Wow.
It's always the amount of characters you have available in story.
Yeah, and you'll always see those on your character roster as well. So Lockhart, even though we don't have the character token for Lockhart on this file, he still appears kind of in the list of characters that we can switch to. Because the game makes sure you have every single... I think it's a softlock prevention for some levels, because some levels you actually have spells that you're not supposed to access till later in the game. At least not supposed to access on Harry, Ron, and Hermione. So the game actually, to compensate for that, will give you those characters in free play so you don't softlock yourself.
So start of the 3rd year now. The Monster Book of Monsters, we have to teach a lesson first.
Yeah, this is the slowest section in the run, by far, because there's no crests in this room. There is an
And you
out-of-bounds
have to
door.
play it.
Yeah, we have to play it. There is an out-of-bounds door. It is literally where this door is, but it's inside the door itself. And the door itself is not an actor, so we're not able to use a technique we did in 2-6, which was Accio clipping, to be able to get through it. We also can't use the fang jumping technique to be able to jump behind it.
Yeah, because this ceiling is solid.
Yes.
So you
Yep,
just bump your head.
annoying.
So yeah, this is... I think... Is this the one boss fight we actually play in full in this category? I think it is.
I think it is, yes. So we have to distract the book and then jump on its
Jump on its head, yeah.
top.
And thankfully we just
3
finished
times.
that. And we make our way to the train platform. This section, if you play this single player, it is probably the hardest 1P2C, or 1 player 2 controller movement. But in most Crest categories, this is the only time you play this level. So in if you're doing all Crest, this is the only level you can one visit, because we can get all 4 Crests in story, which is obviously very useful in that category. In this category, it's just fast. it's just a quick category or quick level once we get past the book fight.
That's actually nice, I would say. At least somewhat fast.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening there, especially with 2 characters at once.
So we got a new tech here as well. I'm targeting Origin with Transfiguration, and with Transfiguration you can just fit under that lock. By turning into a frog or a rat, you can just fit under that lock when you shouldn't normally. And by doing that, you are able to just skip the section you're supposed to do there. You're supposed to get a key or something. I haven't done that since my casual playthrough, because that Transfiguration strat is just so much easier. And what we've also got to make sure of as we go into the last room is that we've shot 3 out of 5 of these chests, which we have. These chests are what's going to spawn the last crest. You might have seen that I managed to grab the last crest, or the penultimate crest, just by literally jumping on some boxes.
Sometimes the crest is just flying somewhere in the level, and you
yeah,
can just grab it like that.
right, that box is really annoying to hit, but we managed it, and we got the crest, and finished level. Actually golded that level as well, let's go.
GG. Golden is always fun too.
We do like some golds. But now, this first room has 1 crest, so Origin is going to deal with the majority of it. You see on these...
Back, so does the movement to get to the next room.
Yeah, so I'm going to go for a really long jump here, basically. I'm going to jump up really high with Fang, over the top of the scenery, and then just full stall all the way, and hopefully get to this platform, like that. From there, I can then shoot to get that bit of the crest, and then I can hold right and jump over, kind of through this tiny gap on the bridge that the game really should not let you go through, but it does, which is very useful. And then I didn't know you could get a jump down there. I get the last 2 bits for the crest here, collect it, and then finish the room. That's a very nice room to do 1p2c as well. So much easier than it is doing it solo.
That's why you play with friends.
Exactly, exactly.
You only have to do half of the work.
Yeah. So yeah, now what we're doing is we have some camera pans here because we're going to be... Unfortunately, we have to shoot all of these owls to be able to spawn a crest. I know we shouldn't, but when it comes to collecting all the crests, these kind of sacrifices have to be made. So I'll get the last one here. You can skip these camera pans, but it's actually one of those things that's way more difficult to do with 2 people because it's a purely timing-based thing. It's a lot easier to do with 1 person. What I'm going to do here, though, is enter this camera pan in particular because we need to see it, and then I'm going to go to the end of this room and spawn the next crest, or start spawning the next crest, while Origin spawns this crest right here. So Origin will then drop out and drop back in while I'm on this side of things. And we actually managed to skip the camera pan that happens there. Normally there's a camera pan showing you what you're doing with the snowball, which is knocking over these 3 bowling pins. But you can actually skip that, and then once the crest clips in place, we go through the door.
Normally here's a fight where you have to throw snowballs and stuff at Malfoy. But yeah, you can just jump over the gate and skip the fight.
Yep. This
Fang
room...
being strong again.
Yep. You can clear the whole game with Fang, basically.
Yes. Fang is incredibly broken. This section here, we're actually gonna... This is the only section where we basically make the end... Like, we can walk through this door that's just been revealed by the snowball, and that ends the level. This is the only level where we can do this, because we actually need to do a bit extra now to get the last crest. Origin's going to come over and use his strength handle with Fang. And basically what we're going to do is get this snowball out the way by just launching it into the stratosphere and collect the crest to finish it off. I think that's the only level where we actually have to do what's required to end the level itself.
Interesting.
normally, yeah, we'll always just quit out because that's faster. But we could have walked through the door there. Just shoot that and then.
Good point. So this is probably one of my favorite levels in the run, because it's a lot of fang jumping, which is obviously the best movement tech. It's so cool. But yeah, what we're actually going to do in this room, we're going to open this door at the end. We don't actually need to do that for the sake of progression. That is purely for the fact that you need to open this floor here and do everything required to open the door to be able to get a crest. In fact, this door itself is skippable in many ways. You can go over it or go through it or launch over it, which is a strat that's used in any percent at the moment. But we do actually have to get the crest. And we're going
Yeah,
to...
we just need Crest.
Yeah. We're going to say hi to Filch up here. Filch is normally here trying to stop us getting through this kind of area the normal way, but we can just jump over the gate.
Yep. And now we
Bye,
raise.
Phil.
And I got it.
Oh, you beat me to it.
And that's the last cast. You need a slither in there to wave at the painting. And the game counts that eater as a Slytherin.
Yeah.
It's a random that eater, but yeah.
Typical Slytherin.
Right, so there's going to be another Accio clip in this section, so the audio will mess up. So again, if you want to mute the stream until the end of this run. Oh, not the run, the level, the level. Room, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, this one is a difficult one, so we might have to try it a couple times. And in the meanwhile, the sound will break a bit.
Be a little bit annoying, but what we've got to do is get through this tree route. Sometimes it works first try, sometimes the game dislikes us.
Imagine not being hated by the game.
Wait, there we go, got it.
Yeah, there we go.
Woo!
So Paxo will jump up here. With Fang being faster, it's easier. You can do that with a normal character, but it's really hard.
Yeah, you need to do some shenanigans with hitboxes to do it with normal characters. Like, you actually... In this game, the wands have collision. So, in order to be able to get some jumps, which, like, have really... are really tight, you actually have to, put the wand away, or force the wand to be put away by shooting a character. Transfiguration skip here. The rat is small enough to sneak just under the vine. The invisible wall.
When you transform back, you can clip through.
Yep.
Red having sneak 100.
So you see,
There's another rat.
Yes, this one is Scabbers.
yes.
So now we're basically trying to get out, smoke out Peter Pettigrew. I was searching for his name for a bit.
I'm gonna get the 10,000 studs hiding back here. Yes, let's go. You can almost get True Wizard in story, which is getting like...
We use some cheese to smoke him out.
Yeah.
Wait, why did Peter Pettigrew, even in the form of Scabbers, just follow the cheese at this moment? Huh?
It's a Lego game. It's Lego game logic.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't question it. Don't try and explain it or you'll get a headache. It's a Lego game. That's a lot of
It's just
things.
like a game.
Yeah, that's a lot of things in this run. It's a Lego game.
So here we need to break the glass with the mandrake to get the cast.
Yay, True Wizard!
Wait, did we actually get it?
Yeah, you got one.
Let's
Wow.
go.
That's because of your 10k stats. So if you get enough stats in a level, then you can get through wizard. I need to free the bird for a crest.
Yep, so Origin can spawn the crest while I start with progression for the level. We do have, in this room, there's a little bit of a skip. You can see the wardrobe kind of in the top left corner of the game area. Normally, to use mandrakes, you have to like go into that wardrobe to be able to get some earmuffs. But if you have a character like Death Eater or Madame Pomfrey, you can actually just pick up the mandrakes because your character has got some kind of hood over their ears, and that means you can just pick them up and are not affected at all by their screaming. Interestingly enough,
in that room, the hippogriff launches you.
Yes.
As you saw me doing there.
Interestingly enough, Fang
It does nothing, but
also-
it's fine.
Yeah.
Now I have a question: why Death Eater? First of all, why Death Eater is having a freaking Expecto Patronum, and second of all, why is it immune to mandrakes?
I mean, he's immune to mandrakes, or they're immune to mandrakes, sorry, because they've got a hood. Basically, that's the kind of explanation that the game gives.
Or he's already used to Voldemort screaming at him, so mandrakes do nothing anymore.
Oh yeah, that
You know what?
sounds.
I prefer
better.
that. I prefer that.
And
Wait.
Expecto Patronum because it's secretly a Snape. Let me guess.
Possibly.
Expecto Patronum is a weird one for Death Eater to have, I guess, but the idea is that, like, all the adult characters pretty much have Expecto Patronum because it was regarded as kind of an adult spell in this game. It's
Oh,
in story, you learn it with Harry or in year 3, just like you do in the game, or in the films and the book. My brain's not working at the moment.
don't worry, mine is too.
This wall is ridiculously high for some reason, so we need to go all the way over it with Fang.
Oh wow, that is so high.
Yeah, the walls really throw you off. They're very deceptive with how tall they actually are. That one is just one example where it's absolutely massive, but then there's one barrier in 4-1, which I think we'll be able to show, where you'd think, oh, you have to do a massive Fang jump over it, but no, you can just Lumos jump, so double jump to get over it, and it's nice and easy. Ow.
Sorry. I thought you were the demand.
Nice and easy. Ow.
So we actually do this section more to the quote-unquote intended way that you're supposed to do it, by taking this path. You can actually get all the way down to where the Dementor is doing unspeakable things to that student in
There.
peril. You can get there from the starting area, but it's actually a bit slower in this category because we need to get the crest. There's Fang.
You should
Oh
have
my
one.
lord, Dementor, stop! What a niceless Dementor.
You only need to do
Yep.
the lamp.
And you got it too.
And then I can hit the trigger here behind the wall.
So this section, you're supposed to do this like 2 players and stuff, but I didn't
Fang
feel
can
like
jump over them.
yeah, I didn't feel like doing co-op with Origin in the end, so I'll just jump over here, get this crest, and then I can end the section myself.
You just left your friend behind.
Yeah, it's fine. Origin will warp as soon as we go through a door. It's not a problem. That's a nice little feature in this game, mostly because the game could not handle you being in 2 separate rooms at any one time. You can in later LEGO games, I think, but in this one they keep it the same.
Here you need to perch this bird on that stick, and
We didn't get the soft lock this time. Let's go.
oh, yeah.
So we've had a soft lock where that bird has broken the glass, but the glass has stayed where it is. So you couldn't actually get through. Which lost quite a lot of time because we then had to do another Accio clip. So it's another audio breaking thing to be able to get through it.
Ouch.
Yeah, at the end of that level, you normally save Sirius. We don't do that because
Why
we
do
had
we
all the
need
crests.
Sirius?
So Sirius
Yeah.
is still locked up and actually got the kiss in this reality.
In this canon, even though technically we've already saved him once because we played all the levels in any percent. We'll say he's still there.
And this is first level 4.
Yep.
We need to put out some fires here. And there is one in this tent as well.
Yep. So we kind of... That's another level which is so much better in
Yes.
this category than doing it solo because there's so much like movement and stuff you have to do because you have to do the 4 things for any percent, which is tough enough one player to control a movement. And then you also have to do like all the stuff to spawn the crests, and it just gets very painful very quickly. But
So
thankfully
here
it's a
we
lot
need
quicker.
to save some wizards.
And I have a Ravenclaw painting I need to wave at to get the Ravenclaw crest. So we have Padma Patil as our Ravenclaw character.
And here we save the last 2 wizards, and that is the final crest.
And now we've reached 60 gold bricks. Every time we complete a level, we're going to see this brick animation. There's no way around that. Once you get up to 60 gold bricks, immediately it will show it and you won't be able to skip through it in the status screen.
No.
Thankfully, it's not too much
Yep.
time loss.
We
It's
only
about
have
5
6
seconds.
levels.
Yeah.
That happens.
And now this is such a fun level. This is dragons. So this is when Hagrid takes Harry down to basically see what he's up against in the first task. But as you can see, we completely sequence break this section. This entire room has all 4 crests in it. But yeah, we get nothing, absolutely nothing the standard way you should, apart from one of the crests that Origin is going to do. I'm basically making my way to the majority of the end of the section, and I'll kind of be going to the end and then working backwards a little bit. And Origin has got a setup for this incredibly long crest in a minute.
Yeah, if I can do this fang jump. It's really... there's not a lot of collision you can do the fang jump in, so I have to find the right one. And then the crest after that is... I'm not doing this one correctly.
Oh no, I didn't mean to fall down there. Okay, that's fine. I got a backup. That's the route you usually take in free play to be able to jump
There we
up
go.
there.
This is also a ridiculously high wall.
Yeah, another
But
ridiculously
now-
high wall for no reason.
We come to... yeah, one of the most finicky quests... crests... in this game.
I
You have to do the...
Do the melody,
Do-
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the melody that the dragon is presenting, but yeah, this stick is really loose, so it's really easy to just mess up and press the wrong color.
Not to mention, we also have fast magic on, which makes it even more difficult because fast magic just makes the mallet move faster, and it's very difficult to try and time. Once Origin's like completed all the stuff to allow him to pass by the dragon, he's got to then spam the yellow button or the yellow key 5 times, and then he's going to shoot the last thing to reveal the crest. But you see, it actually spawns where I am.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for that is we have no idea.
Yeah. When we first did that, this route, then we heard the crest spawn and was like, where is it? No idea what it would spawn halfway across the map.
Yeah,
Normally
just why
it
not?
spawns at the last one you hit, so it's weird.
It is.
It's only with that lamp as well.
It's just one of those weird things. This section is a little bit interesting. There's 2 crests which you have to use dark magic to be able to get. The first one will be here. The second one's kind of the green one, which is ongoing, as you can kind of see the arrows all over the place. And then we have one at the end, which you actually get for doing basically what you're supposed to do. So naturally, we never get it in an any % speedrun. Because you're supposed to build a set of stairs to go over, but we just, like, Lumos jump and cheat it. So Origin's going to be going ahead now, hopefully. And trying to get to basically building those stairs as fast as possible. And I'm just going to be playing catch-up.
There we go.
And now we can both go over here. We have to make sure we actually trigger this piece to fall, because sometimes it doesn't. And then we need to properly build these stairs.
Sometimes these bricks disappear and it's a soft lock and you can't do anything about it. This game is weird like that.
Yeah, we only found out about that in one of our practice runs. But thankfully it hasn't happened this time. But we do need to go into the next section. Almost forgot that. The next section is a auto-scroller. But kind of. As auto-scrollery as this game gets, really.
Didn't get over. And because I didn't get over, Paxo got sent back as well.
I get warped back.
So now it's 2 fangs running from a dragon. Enjoy.
Yep. We use Fang in this section because Fang is the best movement speed. What we can actually talk about here is what we're both doing with jumping right now. So we're actually jumping and then re-grabbing the jump button in the air, which basically means the moment you land, you get a first frame jump. That is useful normally to avoid, like, getting hit by the dragon. Unfortunately, I did get hit, which is a bit annoying.
Nope.
We also have the best hidden crest. There we go. Very well hidden crest. Yeah, Origin did fall in the pit. Thankfully, we have full rescue activated. Otherwise, that could have resulted in some very bad things on our side of... But
yeah, this game does not like it if you leave characters behind.
yes,
Off screen.
in some sections.
Yeah.
So again, Accio clip warning. If you don't want to hear the audio bug out, then wait then mute the stream till the end of this room.
Okay.
Oh, it's only at the end. No, not the end of the run. It's only at the end of the room as well.
End of the room, yeah.
To do it. But it's quite a short room.
No, don't pick
Thank
that
you.
up, Crumb. Thank you.
Yeah, Fang is better there.
It's interesting in this game, if you pick up any item with Victor Crumb, he doesn't actually look like he's holding it. It like levitates in between his hands. But you see, we're going to use Accio here, and then jump down and fall down here. And this is just to get 1 crest. Normally I try and just jump in the way to try and stop Origin getting the right order. Nearly worked there.
There was an attempt.
But I can't do it too much because there's a section earlier in the run where Origin can really mess me up with that. So
Yeah.
thankfully he didn't.
But I can just put a wall in between.
Yeah. And now we have...
And...
Yeah, now we have the token underwater level in any game. This is 4-5, so this is going underneath the Black Lake. Doing it the not so intended way. A lot of the time. We've got to get these really annoying seashells because they tend to be quite well hidden. We have... Yeah, as you can see, Nixo does not get on with this level. I don't blame him.
This level is...
It's a level
Especially if
that
you need to
exists.
get all the crests, and then these shells are really easy to forget.
Yeah, and the moment you miss one, you find yourself having to backtrack through the entire level to make sure that you know which one it is. Hopefully, though, as we start the camera pan just at the end here, we will see... Oh, as we hit the shell just by this camera pan, that should be shell number 7 out of 9. If it is,
Should be, yeah.
then we've done this
I don't
right.
think we missed one.
I hope not. So I'm a little bit behind here, so what I can do is switch to Fang, because, yep, Fang is a good boy, and he's the fastest character in the water as well.
Oh my lord, Fang is so good.
Fang is awesome.
You know, in every freaking movie, film, or cartoon, there's always an unbalanced character, and Fang is like
Of course.
that
Yes.
one.
Yes. Fang is the most broken character in this game.
Fang is the best, but also the most unbalanced character. If only Fang could use Accio, and then he'd have the complete set, and we'd never need to use any other character apart from Dark Magic.
No, but Fang is a dark wizard as well.
Lego HP, but Fang is the best character.
Oh, so I'm actually getting pushed quite a lot by the squid
Fang is
here.
the mastermind behind Voldemort.
Yep.
Okay, now we need a modification where every character is Fang.
So what we're going to see happen here is Origin is going to spawn the last crest, and I'm going to attempt to do a skip getting past this boulder. It's a little bit inconsistent.
It's time soonish.
Yes,
honest?
so this is the second to last level, so we've probably got about
Yes.
4 minutes left, three and a half maybe from here. So I'm going to try and get round the other side of this boulder, clip round it. If I don't get it in time, Origin will just come in
Lower the
clutch
boulder.
and just lower it for me. Oh, and I finally
By
get it just as Origin's going to
Mashing
lower
the
it.
crab. Oh, we're gonna mash the crab anyway.
Yeah. So basically what happened there was, in this game, underwater, if you attack against the wall with either Grip Hook or Crumb Shark, both characters of which we have, you can basically go out of bounds by going to the side of the map. So you go either behind or in front of where you should actually be. And that is a big time save in certain places. In free play, this level is incredibly broken because you use that to go basically under the map on both. Oh, cool, you got the soft lock. That isn't quite a soft lock, but yeah, that's fun.
Oh.
Basically, if you activate Lumos and are in contact with these vines, just as they're spawning, then the vines become unbreakable, and you're not actually able to go through. I have done that once with both players. I haven't seen it replicated, but yeah, you're going to have to wait for me to finish this section.
Yep.
Well, shit.
It's fine.
Yeah, because you can't do the grip hook strat on the vines.
Yes.
You need like a sloped.
Yeah, it's a slightly
wall.
sloped wall. Right, so last section of this level, we've got 2 more things to get, as you can see by the red crest. I'm just going to be shooting to the right because mermaids are super annoying in this section. Basically, if they grab you, then you're stuck for about 5 seconds, and they interrupt whatever like process or build you're trying to do. Sorry, I'll
Come
come
back.
Yep.
This thing, if you're on split screen, it doesn't work.
Yep.
So you need the whole screen available for this magic. Oh, sorry. Again, same for this one.
It's fine, it was still spawning. But then we shoot this last floating thing, whatever it is. I have no idea what these are. They're just kind of things. But that is that level. We got 1 level left. And it's a fun one to end it on. We start off... Sorry.
Yeah, we are so close to the end.
Yes.
No.
So we start off with some very cool tech at the start of this level. Basically, what you're meant to do here is you're meant to go through a series of doors. It's like a maze section, and you're meant to go like through the cardinal direction of doors in a certain order. But what you can actually do is on the last door of sections 1 and 3, you could just use Fang to jump behind them, and then by using the pet recall with Hermione, you can actually like recall, and you hit the transition for the door itself first, so you get loaded to the next section. So I can do that again here. Go up, switch to Crookshanks, put Crookshanks down, and then we can skip kind of that section. That's a relatively new thing that was found, so shout out to CDM Nasdaq for finding that. It's a very cool addition to this run. What you're probably going to see here is Origin will likely drop out at some point. And he'll do that to be able to catch back up with me. And we are going to lower the vines in this section. And then we've got a crest we need to get here. I'll go in for it. And what Origin is going to do is going to do a fang jump to try and hit the trigger at the end. This fang jump can be a little bit annoying because you can't actually position too close. You actually have to position kind of on the T-junction itself of the wall, which is a little bit weird, but hey, that's this game. Origin is then going to do that. I'm going to Lumos jump past this Sphinx and kind of clip in, because we can then go to the end section. We got about 30 seconds left, if that. So we've got to... Yeah, less than that, actually. We've got to just get these skeletons here. By casting magic on them. For some reason wasn't working on me there. And then we collect the crest, and that is time.
That is all 96 crests.
Yeah, that is.
GG.
In less than an hour.
Yeah, 96 crests. Loadless time that came out as 58 minutes and 31 seconds. Not too bad. Not too bad. We got a sub-hour. So yeah, thank you very much to Potterthon for having us. That was a nice showcase of that run. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, good luck to all the rest of the marathon. I'll be back tomorrow with Origin on commentary doing All Students in Peril for this game. But yeah, until then, that's it from us.
Yeah, that was really awesome. As always, don't forget to check out every single runner we have. I think PAX and Origin are definitely deserve all the attention. And as always, yeah, that was nice to see. But stick around for more, because soon enough we'll be having the Festa. And that is gonna be not normal to Festa any percent, but PS1. Also gonna be a cool one to watch. And see you guys.